Okay, so we are live. I think we're live. It says I'm streaming live right now. So if you're in the building, whether it's live or replay, make sure that you say hello and say who you are. Let me see. Can I see this without my glasses? Yeah, let's try this. Make sure that you say hello. Hello, everyone. I am Coach Fuyanzi Rodman here. I am a transformational life coach. I help Black women leaders to make career transitions with ease. It is my vision that I impact 1 million Black women leaders' lives globally, for them to make bold decisions to positively impact the world. And welcome to all of you who are tuning in at this time. So this week, right? This week welcome to our Thursday Facebook Live. These are done at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. East African time. And if you're out of Eastern Standard and out of East African, then I'm gonna need you to Google it or check your iPhone, check your world clock iPhone. So today is about breaking through limitations, trailblazing the path to extraordinary success, breaking through limitations and trailblazing. Oh, this is what happens. I don't want to wear my glasses. Trailblazing the path to extraordinary success. So make sure you say hello. Hello to Pat. Hi, Pat. How are you? I see you on there. Now, stay with me here and tag a friend who's already in this group so that they'll come on in the building. I like to make these quick, and I'll do this as quickly as possible, but I hope you have your notebooks ready because school is in session. Listen, I used to have a limited mindset, and maybe you've heard me say this story before, but I'm going to say this story really quickly. I got pregnant at 17 years old and had my first child at 18. The next two, because they're twins, were born a few months before I turned 21. So what does that mean? That means that a few years later, it doesn't mean, but basically to give you that context, a few years later, I remember writing out a check for a bill, and the bill was late. And I just had this defeated feeling. And I said something that basically changed my life. And I said this, I was like, oh gosh, well, it's because I'm a single parent and I had my kids really young. I'll always be a step behind everyone else. I said that, I believed that, I decided that, I lived by that limitation for 20, count them, 20 plus years. So many of you have been living under a limited mindset and you don't even know it. See, I lived like that for so long, it didn't even seem like a limiting belief. It just seemed like a fact. And it became truth in my life. So now, let's talk about 3 points to help you break through the limitations, to help you trailblaze the path to extraordinary success. So you heard my story. So really, the first point that I want to make is, this is Facebook sending me a notification to get ready. I'm started, Facebook. I've already started. The first point I want to make is for you to identify your self-imposed limitations. If you're looking at this, I'm going to encourage you to write that down or to type it right now in the chat. To first identify your own self-imposed limitations. Listen, I already told you my example. Let me tell you about some of the examples that I've heard. Some of you have some self-imposed limitations about the money you make and about the money you can make. Listen, many of you, right? You come to me because you're ready to make that transition in your career. Really, many of you come because you said, my purpose is calling. but you've imposed a limitation thinking, well, and I've heard this all the time from different clients who have come to me when they first come to me. I don't know that I can make what I'm making or that which I desire to make doing what it is that I love, or if I switch careers now. So you may be thinking, well, isn't that just simply a fact? Isn't that a fact? Yeah, it is. Because that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And what is fact isn't always truth. So that may be a fact in your life, but it doesn't have to remain the truth. So might that be one of your self-imposed limitations, that you can't do the thing that you love, or even doing what you do love, you can't transition and up-level yourself to make the kind of money that you desire? What else? There's a belief about a self-limitation about geography. Do you know how many people, so in case you didn't know, I'm broadcasting live from Kenya, okay? Kenya is an East African country, and that's where I'm coming live to you from. And so why do I say that? Because even as a person who moved to Kenya, who's not Kenyan, and even when I did the 23andMe, nothing really came up as Kenya. So many people have said this very thing to me. Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to go to Africa. Yeah, I wanted to go to Africa, but I just never did it. I want you to lean in close. No, you're not close enough. Come in a little bit closer. There are planes that go from the United States to different countries in Africa. Am I being sarcastic? Hell yeah, I'm from New York and New Jersey. That's what we do. But what I'm saying is you impose that, yeah, I'm talking about Kenya because this is where I wanted to go. But many of you, I've talked to you, I've met with you. You have these self-imposed limitations. And if you have not written that yet, write that in the chat. Self-imposed limitations geographically about where you think you can be and where you think you cannot be. Maybe someplace that you want to go is it's too expensive. So now, because people live in the place that you think is too expensive, so now you won't go because you've imposed a limitation on your head that it's because it's too expensive, I cannot go there. That is self-imposed geographically. Some of you, oh, someone type in the word love, L-O-V-E. Someone type in the word love, because some of you have imposed some love limitations on yourself. Queen. Let me tell you this. How many times do I hear us as Black women say something like, there's, all the Black guys are ... I don't even want to start filling it in. Oh, guys are like this. So already you create a story, and in that story, you create your own limitation. You create your own limitation. And so therefore, if no guys are good, if all guys are this and all guys are that, already you are putting yourself in a box, and you are setting parameters and limitations and borders around the love that you truly desire to find. Let me tell you something. Some of you, I know, don't want to be single. I know in America, we're told strong. Oh, and especially I was a single mother. So I was totally alpha. I was the CEO, the CFO, the CIO, the CMO, chief of operations everywhere for my family. So yeah, I had to be. And there was a point that I was like, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. If you've ever said, I don't need a man, type in me. Because many of you truly desire to be loved. You desire to be a flower, but you've created some limiting beliefs around these things, around love. Also, I'm about to step on some toes, so you better move your feet out of the way, because also some of you have set some love limitations on how you find love. If I hear one of my fellow Christians one more time say, well, he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Okay, yeah, that's great. It's one verse in a huge, huge Bible. Let me tell you something. You can be online. You can be on an app to find love. But many of you are like, oh no, I don't want to be out there searching because he's going to find me. Well, how does he find you if he doesn't even know you exist when you have a tool, an app at your fingertips? You can use so many apps, and they're all over the place. Bumble, Tinder. Tinder is probably more popular here. I think Tinder is a little bit more popular with the younger crowd. Match, OK Cupid. And there's one side, coffee and a bagel, lunch and learn. I don't know. I just made that one up. Black people meet, whatever, I don't know. But my point simply is many of you are also placing boundaries and limitations around getting and receiving love because you won't do certain things because you have this belief around it. So therefore, because of that belief, let me tell you a secret here. When you believe something, and even if it's not every day that you think it and every day that you believe it, I will tell you that what your subconscious mind does is it looks for ways to solidify that fact that you've created in your head. It will look for ways to solidify it. So you say, well, I can't go on an app. First of all, you won't go on an app, so fix your language, okay? And if you're not, and if you're saying all guys are this or all guys are that, everything you find will fit that. And that is not in the absence that there is a good man, or for some of you, it may be a good woman. So therefore, love limitations. Hello, we're still on identifying your self-imposed limitations. Also, some of you have growth limitations. I have to talk about this. And some of you may feel a certain way. Some of you may feel a certain way about me saying this because I am a coach. But how many times am I listening to, I can never afford a coach. I could never afford a coach. Really? Because a coach, and it does not have to be me, because God knows how many coaches there are in this world, on this planet. Like if you really needed money, could you find it? I bet many of you would say yes. So then what makes the difference in you doing something that is investing in your life and transforming your life, that you can't find that money to pay for a coach? So what I'm saying is this: stop imposing limitations on yourself. So write this question down, and you can even jot it in the chat. The question is, what are my self-imposed limitations? What are my, oh, I don't have any water left, self-imposed limitations? If you're here, say I'm here, so I know that you're here. What are my self-imposed limitations? It's time to start getting very real with ourselves. If we're about to break through limitations, if we're going to be trailblazing the path to extraordinary success, it is time to get out of denial about what is the truth in your life, folks. I'm talking, and for me, I'm getting excited about what I'm talking about. So I'm going to take off my sweater. And if any of you are like, she's wearing that big bulky sweater in Africa, sure am, because it's cold up in here. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready for number two? Number two, it is cultivate a mindset of abundance. So think about this. First, you're going to identify your self-imposed limitations. And now number two, you're going to cultivate a mindset of abundance. Let me give you this example. When I first began my cultivation, if you will, of abundance, of a cultivation of a mindset of abundance. It was when I started thinking about this scripture where Jesus says, regardless of what religion you are, I'm using this as an example because was poignant for me. When Jesus said, I have come so that you might have life and have it more abundantly. I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Someone type in the word abundance. Someone type in the word abundance, or I hope you're taking notes, jot down the word abundance. And so what I started saying to myself was this, and this was over, I'll say over 13 years ago, maybe it was about 15 years ago. And I said, I'm just going to start doing things that I want, that I enjoy. Now, to you, this may seem small, but this was my first layer, if you will, of cultivating an abundance mindset, because I was moving in an abundance mindset. I was like, if I want to go to a concert, I'm just going to go. I'm not going to wait for someone. If someone goes with me, that's great, but I'm not going to wait for that. I'm just going to go ahead and do the things that I want to do. And so I started doing those things. And that was an abundance mindset, because I was seeing that for me, abundance was living a life that I thoroughly enjoyed. Abundance for me was going out. And for me at the time, and I still love it, but I just don't go out doing that as much, but going to a concert and listening to live music. So, sorry, I'm just trying to see who's on here. So that was, oh my goodness, there's so many comments. I'm so sorry. I'll go back to the comments. Oh my goodness, and I'm playing myself. Lord have mercy. Oh Lord, how do I stop that? Okay, stop it. Okay, so that is what I started to do. So cultivating an abundance mindset. First of all, oh my gosh, I have to turn it off. Sorry. So abundance means a large quantity of something, right? And when we think about mindset, the Bible also says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So when we start to cultivate an abundance mindset, abundance first, listen to me carefully, because many of you are looking out here for abundance, but abundance first starts in the mind, even if you have nothing. And abundance starts in the mind, because once you have abundance here and abundance here, then guess what? What do we talk about? That subconscious mind starts to look and find and see opportunities for abundance. So this is about believing that you are abundant, that you are capable of having more, of being more, of accomplishing more. Somebody type in the word more. This is about you are capable of loving more, of having more, of being more, of loving more, and accomplishing more. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Oh my goodness. And I just remembered this story as well. So there was a time that I had said also in my life, I said, I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to worry about a man right now. I'm just going to focus on my business. How many of you have heard someone say that? Type in me if you've heard that. Type in me if you've heard that. And so when I said that, I had that fixed mindset around it. And one day I was walking my dog, Simba. Some of you, if you followed me from years ago, Simba's now 13 years old, 13 and a half years old. He's in America with my son. But anyway, I was walking and I was listening to this book, and it was something that was said in this book, and God spoke to me. And God said to me this: does your heart not have enough love in it to love your business and a man? Does your heart not have enough love in it to love your business as well as a man? That was about changing my mindset and shifting in that area of my life, to a mindset of abundance. I want to say hello to everyone who's here or who has been here. Galen, I say hi to you. Thank you so much for being active in the chat. Whoever is here, make sure you say hello. Tell me that you've stopped by and tell me something that you're getting. Someone type in the word abundance in the comment section. Woo! And now let's go, let's go, let's go. And point number 3, remember, what are we talking about today? We're talking about breaking through limitations, trailblazing the, sorry, I'm reading messages. This is what happens, focus. Trailblazing the path to extraordinary success. So the last thing is demonstrate bold action. I want to say this today, that there's nothing wrong with going slowly, right? There's nothing wrong with that. However, what I want to tell you is this: more than likely, the reason why you're even drawn to this group, and I'll say maybe you kind of like me, is because maybe you've tried or have been doing it slowly. In Kiswahili, they say pole, slowly. But your time to go slowly is ending. Number 3, demonstrate. Don't just think about, demonstrate bold action. Someone write in the chat, bold action. So many of you want to do things that you've never done before. Many of you want to do things in your life, in your ministry, in your career that you've never done before. But you're not taking bold actions. You may be taking some action, but you're not taking bold action towards that step. Many of you want to do things that even your own family has never done before. It's not even just you, it's even your own family hasn't done before. But you haven't taken bold action. Listen, most of you who are looking at this are about at least 40 years old. And now's the time. Now's the time where it's like, listen, it's like it is time, you can look behind you and see, let's say those past 20 years of your career, and you're looking before you and you're saying, listen, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus. It's time now for me to take this bold action. I dare to say today, you are legacy makers. Someone type in legacy maker. You are a legacy maker. You are a chain breaker. Someone type in the word chain breaker in the chat. It's time for you. It's time for you to act like the queen that you are. You're calling yourself queen, and I call you queen, but you're not really living like a queen. You're not living thinking I am from a royal priesthood. You're not living like the thing is like you have power inside of you. Instead, you keep looking out here, but everything you need is inside of you. You're just not cultivating that. You're just not, you're limiting that. You're just not demonstrating bold action. You are a queen, but you're acting like you're a pauper, expecting and being okay with the crumbs. Move your toes out of the way, because some of y'all might get mad. It is time to stop living that pauper life. It's time to start stop accepting the crumbs when you could be at the table. It's time to stop asking, can I have a space at the table? And start, you won't give me a space? Let me create my own table. Queen. Do you know why I call you a queen? Why do I call you that? Yeah, there was some culture in hip hop in which they started calling queens, and I don't exactly know who started at that, but what I can tell you is I know that you are powerful. I know that you have it in you. Listen, it is time for you to take bold action. Are you okay with mediocrity? Are you okay with merely existing? Listen, in the United States, especially during the year 2020, and many of you know what a time that was, but we heard more than ever, Black Lives Matter. So I want you to listen to something, right? And Michael Cho, I think his name is, made a joke about this, but the word is matter, Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter. But matter is just like, matter is like the existence. But I dare say Black lives prosper. Black lives are abundant. Black lives excel. Queen, you don't just matter. So stop acting like you just matter. You can excel, you can prosper, you can live abundantly. The jig is up. It's time to break through those limitations. So listen, that bold action, that's the final step. So what did we say? We said, identify your self-imposed limitations. And number 2, cultivate a mindset of abundance. Number 3, to demonstrate bold action. So which one is speaking to you the most? 1, identifying your self-imposed limitations. Number 2, cultivate a mindset of abundance. Or number 3, demonstrate bold action. 1, 2, 3. Which one is hitting you the most, Queen? Which one is hitting you the most? Number 1, I see you, Galen, to identify those self-imposed limitations. Those of you who watch the replay, be engaged here. Really think about this. Really think about this. Listen, we're going to wrap this up now. I thank you for watching live. Those of you who watch on the replay, I thank you for watching the replay. This will stay up for a few days for you here. My VIP people, you know that this lives in your portal. This lives on your membership site. VIP, in case you're like, well, who are the VIPs? Those are the ones, those are the people who pay for my services, my coaching services. So listen, if you're ready to break through your own limitations and start really, you really want to start to pave the way to your extraordinary success. And you're committed to that. And you're like, you know what, I heard this. I don't know what it takes, but I'm committed to it. If you have the mindset of commitment, type in me. If you're ready to do that and you want to meet with me for 30-minute time, let's strategize together. I don't know that I can help you. There's a lot of other coaches. So let me say that right now. I'd love to strategize with you, but I don't even know that I'm a good fit as a coach. You see me right now as a speaker. However, I don't know. There's no guarantee that I can help you, but are you committed to investing 30 minutes in yourself for a strategy session to say, I'm ready to break through those limitations? If you are, go ahead, type in me. If you don't want to type in me, then just, you can DM me and we can schedule a time to get together. Just let me know to send you a link and we could schedule that time. Only those people who are really ready to make that change. Make that change. Queen, mwah. Thank you for those of you who are engaged. I love you so much. And I want to see you be excellent. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.